great day when you're hanging around. Nothing's ever gonna bring me down. Good times are coming our way. Whenever, wherever, whatever today.
Today is going to be a great day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, the food for thought exploration station, and your place in making today better than yesterday. We've recently been getting a lot of messages asking and talking about the idea of thoughtfulness. And so we've decided to make that the topic for this month. So, what is thoughtfulness? According to the Webster's Dictionary, thoughtfulness means absorbed in or involving thought, or in other words, showing consideration for the needs of other people. The needs for other people. You might be thinking, I came here to get something for myself out of all this thought exploration. Well, whether that was your intention or not, serving others can benefit you the most. Are you stressed? Do you feel down? Do you feel stuck? Are you unsure on how to take that next step towards betterment? What better way than to help others in need? Thoughtfulness has a very wide spectrum. It could be seen as volunteering with charities for those in need, or it can be on the home front with your family, friends, or even in your workplace. Thoughtfulness can have a ripple effect beyond compare. When we talk about thoughtfulness, I'm going to say that word a lot this month, and explore food for thought, I am in no way judging you or assuming you're not already very thoughtful. I'm continuing to serve you as best as I can of consistently feeding your mind in order to stay on the right track. I know when life gets stressful, busy, or when I've personally experienced hardship, I can get very wrapped up in my own world. Or you can look at it from the other side. Some of my most difficult times were filled with people doing thoughtful things for me, and it helped me to continue to move forward. Even perfect strangers just smiling in my direction made my darkest days a little less dark. If you are a longtime listener, I can't thank you enough. But if you're just getting to know me and the Lone Doctrine, it's a place of exploration. I do not know everything. But what I am passionate about is not only sharing my explorations of thought and betterment, but also just being by your side, to walk with you, to believe in you, and the betterment of us all. As we explore the idea of thoughtfulness, we'll also talk about practical and actionable steps you can take in your everyday life to become even more thoughtful than you already are. What can I say? I'm a big fan of the Lone Doctrine community because I know they are the good peeps. So, let me ask you a question. Something to think about throughout the month. How do you define thoughtfulness? I went around and asked some people, explored the internet, and just watched as acts of thoughtfulness appeared in my everyday life. Here's a little bit of what I found. Thoughtfulness means spending time putting yourself in other people's shoes. It means considering what is in the best interest of others. It means putting thought into what can make others feel good. Thoughtfulness involves focusing on caring for others through your words and actions. I asked a friend who's a teacher, how would you explain thoughtfulness to a child, to your student? Here's what they had to say. Being kind and thoughtful means making ourselves aware of the needs and feelings of others and then taking action to help them. It means taking the time to stop thinking about ourselves, to put the spotlight on somebody else's needs, and to think, what can I do to make that person's life a little bit better or easier? I'm sure if you asked 10 people in a row to define thoughtfulness, you'd get 10 different answers. But they would all pertain to how they would care for others. It's an amazing thing. We sometimes feel we all have to think or define things in the same way, but life is full of diversity, even in thought, and I believe our differences are our strength. You have so much to offer in this lifetime. No thoughtful action ever stops with itself. One act of thoughtfulness leads to another. Action is followed. One single act throws out roots in all directions, and those roots create new trees. The greatest work that thoughtfulness does to others is that it makes those affected become much more thoughtful themselves. As we keep exploring this topic of the month, we wanted to thank our current Patreons for their thoughtfulness. We at the Lone Doctrine are a listener-supported podcast, and the more support we receive, the more we can give. If you found value in the Lone Doctrine, we would love for you to join us for even a simple $1 a month at patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. Together, we can make a difference. We hope to see you there. And also, what helps us is by joining all of our platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and sharing us with anyone you think could also value from the Lone Doctrine. So thank you again for tuning in, and remember to keep fighting the good fight.
It's a